So what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the account that we set up right in the beginning. So if I just go here, I'm just going to just switch an account and add a new account. Because I have a whole lot of accounts, I had that feature for yourselves. You probably click through and it will just immediately take you to add an account. And now we need to sign in to that Gmail account or to that Google account that we set up earlier. So now that it's set up, we can go in and immediately we've been taken to a YouTube sort of homepage. Now, what would start happening is it would look at maybe what you've been watching before and start giving you recommendations. It would look at who you've subscribed to and give you recommendations. I've actually never logged into this, so quite interesting how YouTube has started to decide what I like and what I don't like. But let's get straight into actually getting your channel up and running. So because I don't have a channel, you'll notice that it actually says create channel here. And just like with a lot of the Google products, it takes you through quite a nice step-by-step guide. So we go, okay, because we want to do this for a company, I would recommend use the custom name because we essentially have a brand, our company name that we want to get started here. And as always, I'm just going to choose my newish company. Okie dokie, so let's just see. All right. And now we'll be taken through a sort of step-by-step guide of uploading a logo. Now, when you look at this, take a look at how it is going to be displayed on the channel and ensure that your logo works for that. So for example, you can notice here, it's just really very much, it looks like an icon. So you wouldn't want to necessarily put in your entire business name in here, where if somebody is on their mobile device where a lot of people watch YouTube, they won't essentially be able to see it. So ensure you choose a really good icon over there. And now this is where you would essentially tell people about your business and what you're offering. I would also use this as a place to tell people about what type of content you are going to be sharing. So how are you going to be adding sort of value to their lives through your content? Next up, you can start adding in your different URLs. This would be URLs that would take people to your website, and if you have any social media. So you could set everything up there. Okay, so now we in our channel, and this page very much just tells you what people would see if they had to go through to your channel. So this is where you would need to start getting a little bit creative. As you can see, again, it really helps you with prompting on what to do next. And the customized channel, this is where you can now decide, what cover photo you want to be utilizing. You could look at what does your icon or your logo look like, and do you need to adjust it over there. You can even go to the About Us section, change the channel description you'd put in, update those links that you would want to do. And essentially, this is where you would also start getting your videos in check. So this is, you can see, it currently does not have any videos or any playlists. Okay. So we'd want to get that started, and we'll go through to the YouTube channel studio in a moment. Okay, so there's a few ways to get through to your YouTube channel studio. You can see here that there's the video manager. You can even click this icon right up here and just upload a video straight away. Or if you want to, I actually prefer going to the Creator Studio. So I'm just going to click that open rather. And this allows you to basically look at everything from uploading your videos, from optimizing those videos, and my personal favorite is essentially taking a look at the analytics side of things. So just to be able to show you this in a little bit more detail, I'm just going to switch back to my normal Metis account, which just has a lot more action on the go. And we can go through the different sections of the YouTube studio. Okay, so the dashboard, as per usual, like with Google Analytics, this is just really a snapshot of different parts of the channel. If we go to videos, this shows us all our videos that we've put up. As I said, very important to give it a good description. And something else that we highly recommend is to put a link in your description, maybe to a blog article that correlates to the content that you're putting out there. Something else that we like to do is um, sometimes have sort of guest speakers, and that just allows our content just to be a little bit more diversified. Plus, we find as soon as we have a guest speaker on, they like to share the content as well, which really helps to get a lot more exposure. So you can sort your different videos here by the number of views or the number of comments, if you had likes or dislikes on the video. And I thought what's quite interesting was we haven't put out a video in the last sort of month or so, and immediately we're just seeing that there's just been a drop off on our actual channel. And I decided on Thursday to just put out one of the videos on LinkedIn. So I was able to take my video and from there just essentially get the shareable link. Took that shareable link and I just pasted it into my LinkedIn profile. And immediately, what I noticed, if I go through to our analytics, you can see there was an immediate peak on Thursday in regards to people seeing that video, and that was the exact video that I shared. It immediately also helped some of the other videos get a little bit more exposure, because what you find is if people go on and they watch one video, they might be like, oh, this is really great content, and then go through and watch a few more. And we actually refer to that in the marketing world as earned views. Get back to videos. Yes, so this is where you will essentially upload all your videos. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to create, we're going to upload. And you would just go onto your computer and immediately look at what you want to do. So let's take a look at a video that I've got here. Choosing that. And now it will start to upload it. And this is where we would now give it a really good title. So this particular video was in regards to Google Analytics. So I want to now put in like really powerful keywords. So Google Analytics, and then I'm going to put here how to get started with Google Analytics. So now I want to tell people about the video. Again, I feel like, your description can be really important. I know that allows 5,000 characters. I don't feel you necessarily need to use all 5,000 characters, but it's a really good place to be able to put those keywords in again. So your video is found a lot easier, as well as give people a sense of what is sort of going to come up in that video. So I'm going to put here part 1 of our Google Analytics training guide. So immediately what I've done here is told people that there are more videos coming, so they will sort of look out for them after this. Understand the basic structure of Google Analytics. Now what I would like to do here is normally put in a link. So let's say I had a link to a playlist that had the rest of these videos, or potentially had a blog article that was out there. This is where I could essentially put that link in. The next thing you'd want to do is choose a really good thumbnail. So as you upload, Google is going to decide kind of what looks the best. What I would do is I would go through the different types and just see which one will stand out. So it just be, people will take a look at it and it will really stand out on their YouTube feed. So that would be when you go onto YouTube and you just see all the videos that are available to you. What is that picture that you want to stand out over there? You can also upload your own thumbnail. So that is another recommendation over there. The next is if you have playlists, this is where you could go and create it. So we've got your Metas Insights, and I go, well, you know what? I actually want to have a new playlist for Google Analytics. So I'm going to rather create a new one. And then you could decide on your visibility. Now, obviously, when it comes to marketing, public is the way to go. However, we also have channels for our particular clients where we upload content that is maybe about their own data. And there we would want that to be private. So only people that actually have a link to that would be able to watch those videos. In this particular case, I'm going to be happy with, just go, yeah, just went away. Sorry, let's try that again. Okay, so this is a fairly newish feature where you can say, is this made for kids or is it not made for kids? Now, obviously, for Google Analytics and the training, at the end of the day, it's not something that's harmful to kids in any way. But what I like to do is still click that it's not made for kids, because I would want it to get exposure on the right sort of YouTube pages, and you also get YouTube for kids and everything. And I don't necessarily want that to get the exposure over there, especially if I'm going to go and do paid marketing with it. So I prefer ticking no, it's not made for kids, but you can really decide what you'd like to do over there. So just going into next. Just take a look here. So these are the extra features. You can do this sort of after everything has been processed. And what it's doing by adding an end screen, so that's when the video ends, what you want to pop up. So we like to have a pop-up of subscribe to our channel, and we normally give people 2 other videos that they can then click through to. So that's essentially what you're doing at this stage, but we can do it a bit later as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna save this, publish it. It is still uploading in the background, which is why you could hear my computer was running a little bit hot while I was trying to do that. Okay, and while that is happening, I'm just gonna go into another video, and we can just see if we can take a look at those sort of end cards. So you can go into your video. Again, you can look at the title and description. You can change the thumbnail. You know, like with Google Analytics, you can take a look at what's working, and then from there just start tweaking things and seeing if it makes a difference. We also like to add in tags. So a tag is just almost like keywords on the video, and this just helps with your optimization. And we put in stuff that is relevant to the video, so people would be able to find it, or maybe it gets recommended to them on their YouTube homepage. This tells me the type of visibility that we chose for it, if it's in any particular playlist, and this is the end screen that we were speaking of. So it might look a little bit complicated, but it really, really isn't. So this is saying, well, what do you want your end screen to look like? So what we normally prefer to do is we've added our logo on our end screen, and we also like to load a video. So this is just saying, well, this is the video we want people to be able to see when they get to that sort of final page. And then we also want people to be able to subscribe. So you can see at the top here, it speaks about a subscribe element, which you can add. And this is all you got to do is click on this plus sign, and then it will take you step-by-step guide of, do you want to show a video? Do you want to show subscribe? Do you want to show maybe a link to a different program that you have, or maybe a different channel that you're involved with? And you can then essentially put that all on with the different links, and it's really as easy as that.